Dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Vidya for Success. In this video, we will be studying continuation part of CET on the lesson Structural Organization in Animals. Is the first question, the function of dense regular connective tissue is. So, regular connective tissue is a type of connective tissue. It will form tendons and ligaments. So, as we know, tendons act as a connective link between muscle and bone, and the ligament act as a connective link between two adjacent bone. So, the main function you can notice in the regular dense connective tissue is it helps in binding, clear, and also it give lots of support. And let's look in the option A, elastic recoil. So it does not helps in elastic recoiling. Then option B, binding and support. So as I said, the function of dense regular connective tissue is binding and support. Then option C, encapsulation of blood vessel. So this is not the function of dense regular connective tissue. Then option D, articulation. So the correct option among the four is option B, binding and support. Yes, the second question, intervertebral discs are composed of. So in our body, vertebral column is made out of a number of units called as vertebrae. Clear. So each of the vertebrae, they are get connected with one another with the help of a connective tissue. So what is the kind of connective tissue can be noticed between the vertebrae? That is called as fibrocartilage. So fibrocartilage is found in joints called symphysis, such as the symphysis pubis and between the adjacent vertebrae. So it is also present in the knee joint. Clear. So this fibrocartilage is very helpful to connect one vertebrae with the adjacent vertebrae in the vertebral column. So let us see the option A, elastic connective tissue. So elastic connective tissue is not present in between the vertebrae. Then option B, elastic cartilage. So elastic cartilage is also not the correct answer. Then option C, hyaline cartilage. So hyaline cartilage is not present in the vertebral column. Then option D, fibrocartilage. So the correct answer here is option D. It's our third question. Phagocytosis is a function of which type of connective tissue? So usually the function of connective tissue is it will connect one tissue to another tissue or tissue to organ or organ with the organ. Clear. So in our body there are some connective tissue, they helps in phagocytosis. So what is the meaning of phagocytosis? Phagocytosis is nothing but cell eating. So sometime if any antigen enters into our body, some of the cells will releases and they will come and eat the antigen. So that type of mechanism is called as phagocytosis. So some of the connective tissue in our body, they are phagocytic in function. So what is the name of that particular connective tissue? So the name of the tissue is reticular tissue. So in the reticular tissue, large number of phagocytic cells are present. So because of this, the tissue is present in lymphatic organs. So we know that lymphatic organ is a part of immune system. Clear. So especially the secondary lymphatic organs like a spleen, tonsils, thymus and lymph nodes, they consist of reticular tissue. So because of the presence of reticular tissue, large number of phagocytic cells will be get releases. So it will helps to destroy antigen. Clear, right? So the best example of connective tissue that is phagocytic in function is reticular tissue. So the correct option here is option D, that is reticular. As our fourth question, in medullated nerve fibers, nodes of ranvier are. So nodes of ranvier is one of the region present in the neuron. So if you look into the neuron structure, it will be having two parts. One is the head region and another one is elongated tube. So that elongated tube is called as axon. Clear. So that axon region will be covered by a myelin sheath. So that is a protective in function, as well as it will send signal from one neuron to the another neuron. So myelin sheath is not continuously present all over the surface of axon. So there are some regions where the myelin sheath is absent on the axon. So that particular region is called as the ranvier. Clear, right? So nodes of ranvier is the region where the myelin sheath is completely absent. So let us look at the option. Option A, area of swelling on axons. So this is not called as a ranvier region. Swelling region of axon is not a ranvier. Then option B, areas found in stomach wall. This is completely wrong. Then option C, area where myelin sheath is absent on neuron. So that is what I told. The nodes of ranvier is the region where the myelin sheath is absent on neuron. So the correct answer here is option C. Then option D, nodes formed in striated muscle. So there is no ranviers in the striated muscles. So the correct answer is option C. Then our fifth question, choose the correctly matched pair. So let us see the option A, inner lining of salivary ducts. So inner lining of salivary ducts does not made out of ciliated epithelium. Clear? So then what is the correct answer? So inner lining of salivary duct is composed of compound epithelium. So the option A is wrongly matched. Then option B, moist surface of buccal cavity. So the moist surface of buccal cavity is also not made out of glandular epithelium. It is also made out of compound epithelium. So option B is also wrong. Then option C, tubular part of nephrons. So tubular part of nephrons, they are made out of cuboidal epithelium. Clear? So this is the rightly matched one. Then option D, inner surface of bronchioles. So inner surface of bronchioles is made out of ciliated epithelium. Clear? So this is also wrong. So the correct one among the four is option C. Is the sixth question, which of the following type of cell junction is not found in animal tissue? So animal tissue will be consisting of number of cell junction, because there is a need of sending any molecule from one cell to the another cell, or any message need to be sent. So or any kind of communication taking place between the adjacent cell. So for all these things, this one cell need to be get connected with the adjacent cell, so that there are a number of different kinds of cell junction can be noticed in the animal tissue. So let us look at the option. Option A, desmosome. So desmosomes are one of the stronger cell to cell adhesion type and are found in tissues that experience intense mechanical stress, such as cardiac muscle tissue, bladder tissue, and gastrointestinal mucosa. So these will be having desmosomes. So this is the kind of adhesion can be noticeable in some of the animal tissues. Then option B, tight junction. So tight junction is also present between the adjacent cells, because uh, it helps in connecting one cell with the another cell. Then option C, gap junction. So gap junction will give space between the adjacent cell, so the intercellular molecule can be easily sent through this junction. Then option D, plasmodesmata. So plasmodesmatal connection can be seen in plants. So between the adjacent cells of plant, the connective link will be present, that is called as plasmodesmatal connection. So the cell junction that is not present in the animal tissues among the four option is option D, that is plasmodesmata. Yes, sir. Seventh question. In cockroach, the metamorphosis is. So what is mean by metamorphosis? So metamorphosis is the process of transformation from an immature form to an adult form. So when the organism is transforming from immature form to adult form, that is actually known as metamorphosis. So metamorphosis is takes place in distinct stages. In some, the two or more distinct stages will helps in the metamorphosis. Clear? So what type of metamorphosis can be seen in cockroach? So let us look into the option. Option A, metabolus. So metabolus is a kind of metamorphosis. It can be seen in silverfish. Clear, not in cockroach. Then option B, hemimetabolus. So hemimetabolus is the condition is seen in dragonflies. Clear. Then option C, homometabolus. So homometabolus condition is seen in housefly, mosquito, moths and butterflies. Clear. So they are also belonging to the phylum Arthropoda, but they are showing homometabolous type of metamorphosis. Then option D, paurometabolous. So paurometabolous is the kind of metamorphosis can be seen in cockroach. Clear. So the correct answer here is option D. Yes, our eighth question, Phallic organs in cockroach are related to. So if you notice the number of parts coming in the male reproductive system of cockroach, you can clearly notice the presence of Phallic organs. Clear. So Phallic organs are present actually in the sixth segment of the cockroach. So it is present beneath the utricular gland. What is the function of this gland? So it communicates with the exterior by a pore very close to the gonopore. Clear, right? So it is just a part of male reproductive system in cockroach. So let us see the option A, male excretory system. So Phallic organ is not a part of excretory system. Then option B, male reproductive system. So the correct answer here is option B, male reproductive system. Then the ninth question, sheath nuclei or schwann cells and nodes of ranviers are found in. So schwann cells, they are found on the surface of axon. So axon is a part of neuron. So myelinated sheath that covers the axon of most of the nerve cells. So this sheath is formed by schwann cells, nodes of ranviers. That means the depression area what we can find on the surface of axon is called as ranvier. So where the myelinated sheath is absent. So that the depression area will be named as ranvier. So these parts, that means the schwann cell as well as nodes of ranvier, is found in the neurons. Clear. So let us see the option A, neurons. The correct answer here is neurons. Then option B, osteoblast. Osteoblasts are nothing but they are the cells present in bones. Then option C, chondroblast. So chondroblasts are the cells can be seen in cartilage. Then option D, gland cells. So among the four, the correct answer is option A, that is neurons, because the schwann cells and nodes of ranviers, they are the part of neuron. Is the next question, clotting of blood oozing out of a wound involved. So any of our body surface, if it cuts by any kind of physical damage, so blood will started coming out. So after a certain period of time, automatically blood clots and the blood stops coming out from the wound surface. So this is the natural phenomenon can be seen in our body, that is called as a blood clotting. So for clotting of blood, some of the changes takes place in our body. That means one of the protein present in the blood that will come in contact with the oxygen and it will convert fibrinogen into fibrin, that is called as thrombin. Clear. So thrombin is actually present in the blood. So this is able to convert fibrinogen into fibrin. So the fibrin come and form a mesh like structure on the cut wound area. So it is responsible for blood clotting. Clear. So let us see the option, drying as a result of evaporation of the plasma. So plasma evaporation does not lead to the clotting of blood. Then option B, denaturation of blood albumin by thrombin. So denaturation of albumin does not take place by thrombin, because the thrombin main function in the blood clotting is it will convert fibrinogen into fibrin by an enzyme called as thrombokinase enzyme. Option C, conversion of fibrinogen into fibrin by thrombin. So this is the correct option. Then option D, hemolysis of red blood corpuscles. Clear. So the correct answer with respect to the clotting of blood is option